When I think about all the real equality, real, responsible, accountable, moral, equality movements out there, right now I can, within seconds from my backbone, I can come up with one concept that is freedom of choice. Everyone shall have freedom of choice. That is employer, employee. Employer can always choose to employ the one who performs task more efficiently, better, accurately, and so forth. I can choose to talk and be in relation with person who is better in everything else than the rest, and you can do that as well. The freedom of choice I'm talking about always comes back to oneself. It's imposed on oneself and your own improvement, not on others. Live, let live. It's up to you to improve your values, your understanding of life. And then if females, girls, women, ladies would ask me would ask me for equality help, I would now tell that the greatest strength you have is your ability to establish long-lasting, steady, healthy connection. If you don't have that ability, you don't have freedom of choice. And then it's irrelevant to try to understand or grasp such idealist concepts as equality. Talk doesn't do it. Your action does it. And it's back to you. Each one in life has to take responsibility and accountability for their own life. Blaming others won't do anything better for it. And what comes to this ultra-modern age of Western countries and Europe, in my recent books I have thought through all kinds of concepts about equality in between the lines of the stories, in real situations. The point is that without having practical real-life examples, you cannot understand the perspectives that collide within the reality of real-life situations. You have to dive into this story and multiple perspectives. Instead of reading some flimsy surface headlines, are just clickbaits trying to impose blame on one side and only then tell one side of the coin. That's the craziest bullshit that is spreading like wildfire out there. Cut the bullshit. Dive, if you are interested in these concepts, dive into those real life situations and back to reality. And there you will begin to grasp the wholesome understanding what is required in order to estimate and argue and debate about the concepts of equality and how it's evolving forwards and where it is right now. And then you realize that when I said in the beginning about the freedom of choice concept being a real equality movement, then you realize that even that is quite an idealistic thing to say. Since, think about this, if I have less insecurities or more securities than some other person, my freedom of choice is then much, much greater. I mean, the thoughts I have in my head, I have greater freedom of choice. It's just so simple, So the point is that when you are born, let's go back to that again. When you are born, nobody is born in the equal place. And that's how idealistic the concepts of equality is. It has went so far that equality has actually become a stereotype. Equality is the stereotype right now, yeah. It is the same way stereotype that, some marginal sexual orientations were few decades ago and so forth. Equality has become a stereotype. It's something that is used as an excuse against something that is not even real. That's based on nothing, That's based on misunderstanding without taking into account the wholesome big picture and multiple perspectives. Equality as a stereotype does not do that right now in 2021. And it's easy to talk about equality, but it is such a thing and matter of life that requires way, way deeper inception and profound understanding rather than just white table talk. Yeah. So that's just 2 cents about equality. Let me know what you think about it. This is just spontaneous moment for equality. Yeah, let's keep it real. And to wrap this up, if you think about stereotypes as the whole, how they have evolved. In 2018, I made a song that has lyrics. Do you believe in stereotype, the rejection of life? And I think all stereotypes have in common that they are less or more distantly related to rejection of life, And I want to contrast that from a man's view, from myself, how I'm completely okay and fine and good despite there is daily rejection in life. It's completely normal to me. I mean, it's as normal as breathing. So then when I think about zoom outwards, I can understand that many, great amount of people have to deal with rejection of life, but they are not as prepared to deal with it as I am myself. And it's again back to oneself, one's own improvement. It's up to you to keep moving forwards and keep living your best life. Thanks.